clamp it down so that way this doesn't move. Because you've got a single pivot point here, and that's going to mean it's going to move like that, right?
Career and technical education is an opportunity for students to be able to really look at a different career path. This pathway has students in it from the construction pathway. Another pathway that's in here as well is the engineering pathway, which is in the STEM cluster.
What's wonderful is that the whole school is able to use this space, and at the same time, Kyle Godfrey, our carpentry teacher, really just makes it an efficient, effective, and safe space where we can come down and work on our project. Specifically, we're working on a hydroponics project.
Good, not too tight. You don't have to hold it. So in the architecture and construction cluster, they start in Carpentry 1, and that's what this class is. They're able to take an OSHA 10 safety training and then become proficient with all the hand and power tools. That would lead them into Carpentry 2, greater and in-depth skill set, focusing on residential construction and woodworking.
Right now, I'm working on a cutting board. Since I was little, I always used to make a bunch of wood projects and stuff like in my home country. And so when I saw there was a class that it was about carpentry, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna see what's up with that.
So they have an opportunity to work through this whole process of then seeing a tangible product at the end where they don't necessarily see that physically in other classes.
I just did this class for fun. I'm trying to do something else in the future, but just to get through the school year, I thought this class was pretty cool, so I just went with it.
We really need them to not be just memorizing and regurgitating information anymore, but actually using what they know how to do in the world, as opposed to just kind of consuming. It's more about production, producing. I think it's because the world really no longer cares what we know. It's really about what we can do with what we know, and CTE clearly defines that.
Well, I took this class because I really like building. I think it's always been like a part of my life. My uncle was a civil engineer, so he had like a lot of projects when he would build like buildings, and I saw him do that, and I always thought it was like very interesting. And I also like to like assemble stuff in the house too. So yeah, that's what I like plan on doing when I grow up.
And so I think they're enthusiastic because it is non-traditional. They're up, they're moving around, they're manipulating materials, they're engaged, and it gives them an opportunity to make mistakes, fix mistakes. Like that. All right. So now you can take this, lay this flat, and put your other fingertips right here. So really stick them upright, make them vertical, good.
I really like hands-on classes. My entire schedule is filled with them. I don't like just sitting down, learning about the stuff that we're gonna do. I would much rather just get up, do it, and actually learn from my mistakes and get better at it.
Failure is just such a common part of success, and we keep on forgetting that part when we think about the learning process or outcomes. And studies show that it's grit that really makes all the difference. Overall, it really creates a sense of resiliency.
It's preparing them for the workforce, and not just leaving school and immediately entering the workforce, but having the skills required to be a valuable employee. The workplace readiness skills are really doing that. They're guiding our instruction for the students so that they're prepared.
Since you have to measure, you use a lot of math, and it makes it fun. Going from like nothing to be able to make something.
As an engineering teacher, I'm trying to get them to understand that critical thinking is about asking great questions. Creative thinking is about having unique ideas that hold value. And in the end, it's about putting in the hard work and obsessing over the quality of things in order to help them build a knowledge base, but use it instead of just kind of memorize it and regurgitate it somewhere.
So the importance of career and technical education is so that students really have an opportunity to explore career pathways. It's much better for them to see and get these experiences here when they're not paying for them in college and trying to figure out what career path they want to take. Students also gain credentials so that they could actually go in the workplace right after high school. So they're learning the hands-on skills, they're learning the theoretical, and they're also validating those skills with industry credentials.
I can't think of anything else I'd rather be doing or that I could be doing and be this passionate about it, day in and day out. I mean, it's genuinely who I am as a person. And to be in here with them and to see them get excited, it's just that much more motivating.
In this class, every day is an adventure. because you get to work with different things all the time, not all the same things, and that's what makes my experience fun.